Hello, I'm Arvind Sareen, and today I want to talk to you about why are some super rich, super achievers competing to become the president of the United States? Is it the pull of the power or the desire to make a difference? With top business tycoons making presidential bids, we must ask, is making a profit the same as making it in politics? And is a government by the privileged always the best thing for the common people? Not just millionaire business persons or billionaires. This year's US primaries for both the Democrats and the Republicans had a self-help guru, a lawyer, a physician, and an academic take on career politicians. What's common amongst all of them? Each one is a millionaire and more. This is an American trend of sorts. Nicholas Carnes, a political scientist, writes in his book, Government by the Privileged, that if all the America's wealthy form a political party, it will include 3% of the population. And this 3% would make for a seamless majority control of the House of Representatives, the Senate, and the state senates. Who do you think will make president? A builder or a billionaire? Those with money usually like to reduce government management of the economy at all levels and tend to reduce taxes. But for the working class of America, a populist figure always has a bigger chance of winning. It's almost as if the politics is the same as theatrics. This is as American as it gets. Billionaires and millionaires that have built their empires want to become president of the United States.
Working together, we will begin the urgent task of rebuilding our nation and renewing the American dream.
Donald Trump and Joe Biden both became POTUS and both have tons of money. Biden's a millionaire and Trump is a billionaire. And they aren't the only ones. In 2024, the US presidential primaries in both Democratic and Republican parties have had a majority of millionaires contesting for the top job. There were other candidates too who have backed out as the primaries heated up. So what makes the 1%, the super wealthy, want to run America and a chunk of the world? Why don't they just go on long holidays and chill? Becoming president would mean a lot of hard work and absolutely no privacy. What's the charm? Political power often means great influence, and great wealth takes one closer to greater game-changing influence. It means near celebrity status. But is becoming president like running or building a company? How much support do these 1% folks actually have? Do people want the 1% to be their leader? Look at Vivek Ramaswamy, who finally had to drop out of the Republican presidential candidate race.
As of this moment, we are going to suspend this presidential campaign. And this is going to have to be, there is no path for me to be the next president absent things that we don't want to see happen in this country.
Vivek Ramaswamy is amongst the richest millennials of America. He is an entrepreneur with millions in the bank and ultra-conservative in his politics. He is self-funded as a political candidate. Ramaswamy's parents were educated immigrants. His father is an engineer who worked for General Electric, and his mother is a geriatric psychiatrist. They built a life with hard work, limited resources, and Vivek considers his education-focused childhood to have been the best possible upbringing. An early achiever, Vivek played tennis well enough to compete at national levels. He went to Harvard to study biology and then went to Yale Law School. He worked as a hedge fund manager in New York. Then he founded his own company, Roivant Sciences, focused on making drugs to treat Alzheimer's and neurological illnesses. He was inspired by his family experience with age-related illness like Alzheimer's, particularly his mother's work as a frontline worker with such patients. While the Alzheimer's drug didn't succeed, Vivek did. He built a success story with Roivant and began work on an investment company, Strive Asset Management. By September 2022, Strive had hit a neat $1 billion in asset under management. He wrote a book, Woke Inc., Inside America's Corporate Social Justice Scam in 2021. Wow, he must have been real angry at woke folk. Or maybe he was just a really smart businessman.
Being woke refers to waking up to invisible alleged societal injustices based on genetically inherited attributes, race, sex, and sexual orientation.
Vivek's aggressive rants on the H-1B visa, on the border wall with Canada, or his conspiracy theories have not made sense to anyone. And he isn't the only millionaire author with presidential dreams. There is Marianne Williamson, a Democrat, a spiritual advisor to Oprah Winfrey. She wrote a book on miracles in 1992 called A Return to Love, Reflections on the Principles of A Course in Miracles. It became a New York Times bestseller. She came on Oprah a lot. Now she wants to create a fund for victims of police brutality and wants to give out more money as federal minimum wage.
That is what my economic Bill of Rights will do. Universal health care, Medicare for all type plan, universal access to tuition-free college and tech school, subsidized child care, paid family leave, guaranteed affordable housing, and guaranteed living wage. All of those things are considered moderate positions in every other advanced democracy, but we have been trained to expect too little.
It's not hard to understand why Williamson and Ramaswamy couldn't succeed. Their pet issues were neither practical nor important to common people. People won't vote for a pipe dream. Others like Robert F. Kennedy Jr. and Dean Phillips also suffer the same problem. Either they have wild conspiracy theories or they simply don't connect with common people. It wasn't just his money or his glamorous lifestyle that made Donald Trump such a hit with people. He is the ultimate outsider to political games, and he mocks everyone, something common folks connect with. He has been making big bang statements forever.
We're going to seal up the border because right now we have an invasion. We have an invasion of millions and millions of people that are coming into our country. I can't imagine why they think that's a good thing. It's a very bad thing. I think it's a group of people that are probably larger in number than New York State, and we can't have that. We can't have that. It's not sustainable as a country. It's horrible. And you know, they're coming from prisons and jails. They're coming from all over. They're coming from countries that most people have never heard of, and they're coming from mental institutions and insane asylums. They're being emptied out into our country.
And his appeal among the ultra-conservative American has only grown. That he broke many laws while he was president has made him more popular amongst ultra-conservative Americans. Each one of these candidates, whatever be the political party, has spent their money in this expensive race. And they seem to work with a template that goes something like this. Write a book on a topic that makes people emotional. Use your own money to back your campaign. Post a lot of photos and videos on social media within a short period of time. Keep hammering issues that you think are important. The US isn't the only country where billionaires and millionaires want to become the national leader. In China and in Western Europe, top business tycoons compete for the most powerful political jobs. They don't always win. Those that become prime minister or president remain politically active for decades. Their money is not their only identity. Is this a good sign? I think it shows that economic divide between the rich and poor is becoming deeper and bigger. It also shows that money might take you close to influence, but it won't buy you influence beyond a point. And it certainly won't buy you the crown. To conclude, like many others, I've grown up admiring those that become president. JFK, Bill Clinton, Barack Obama, these were all inspiring figures for generations. Now, it seems to be a game of access to money. And that's not a healthy trend for any democracy. The leader of the people should be a strong, bold, and capable person. Their net worth should not affect their chances of winning an election, because that's what a democracy stands for: equality and freedom for all.